42 regular, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just got out of a screening of John Wick Chapter 4, and boy, while this is not a review, this is just my first impressions of the film. The movie is fantastic for its action, its characters, its performances. There's plenty of performances and scenes in this movie that will just leave your jaw on the floor. There's one in particular involving a dragon's breath shotgun that's an extended action scene that I know everybody will love. Keanu Reeves is fantastic in this. Donnie Yen steals the show as Kane in this one, and the rest of the cast really does their job very well. Bill Skarsgård is fantastic as the villain of the film, the head of the table that's going after John Wick. And just the whole plot of this movie, it's almost 3 hours long, so it's a bit on the long side, but the length doesn't make it that bad of an experience, because each hour of the film, or almost hour, is basically like a little mini movie of itself, where you have like the first hour features John and everybody trying to find him. The second hour is basically every assassin in the world trying to get to him, and then the third hour is all about John getting his freedom back, or trying to earn his freedom back. And so the movie, it's the fourth in this quadrilogy of John Wick, and Chad Stahelski, the director, just knocks this one out of the park. It's really, really fantastic. His direction is excellent. His choice of action and scenes in particular is amazing, and all the stunts and everything that go into all these action scenes are breathtaking. There's a scene by the Arc de Triomphe that's just magnificent. It's really just that awesome, where there's cars going around and there's people fighting in between traffic and people getting hit by cars. So for those people out there that like to nitpick things and go, oh well, you know, the action isn't very realistic. Well, you're watching a John Wick movie. He's a superhero at this point, basically. People take punishment that they shouldn't be able to take and keep on ticking, and that's part of the fun of the whole thing. It feels a lot like a video game, almost, where you have missions that are going on, and you have people, second players, jumping into fights and stuff like that. It's very reminiscent of something like Death Wish 3, which is, you know, not as good of a movie as this is, but there's parts of that movie that feel very video game-ish, and Charles Bronson's character in the Death Wish movies feels a lot like John Wick. So Keanu Reeves is fantastic. Everyone else in the cast does a really good job here. The writing is excellent. The movie might be a tad bit too long, but that length really is just, it doesn't feel like a 3-hour movie. It feels like a breeze going through it all. And there's a fantastic homage to the Warriors as well, so make sure to go check out the Warriors, and you can check out my video on the Warriors, where in one of these cards up here. But the Warriors gets a big shout out in this film. The whole section of the film is basically lifted from that and said, hey, we love this movie, you'll love it too. So go check out the Warriors if you like, after you see John Wick Chapter 4. John Wick Chapter 4 releases in theaters on March 24th, 2023, so make sure to go check it out. You'll get the full review later on. This is just the first impressions after getting out of the theater, but I absolutely love John Wick Chapter 4. It's one of the finest action movies I've ever seen, and that's high praise. I love action of all kinds, and if you love sort of gun fu, as I think they're calling it for John Wick, this style of film, this is the pinnacle of that style that was started in John Wick. And to go back and think about how all of this saga started because somebody killed John's dog, that's insane that we got to this point, this globe-trotting multi, actor saga that we're getting here. And so John Wick Chapter 4 is action incarnate excellence. And so go check it out in theaters if you can. And if you like this first impressions video, you can check out more of videos like this right here.